Now goes in. Red lights are on. They're set. All clear has been given, and they're away and racing as well. From the inside, Mackenzie Brook the first to leave over Dalgaranga. Joe Vella's going to go up there and have a sniff for the front. And coming over as well as the favourite Without Reason, just in front of Apparition as they'd settled down, going up onto the first corner. Muttabeely is on the rails, a length Get It Hot, who drifted back off the pace in actual fact from Deal Red, then alluring on the inside of those, and 2.5 lengths to Blacktastic. It's Joe Vella that hightails it to the lead for Dan Stake with 1250 to go. And Joe Vella, this lightly raced 3-year-old filly, out on top by 2 lengths to Without Reason, who's going to park in behind it and tow the others up. And the pace is really on. And then 2.5 lengths over on the outside to Dalgaranga. On the fence, Mackenzie Brook with 1,000 to go. 3/4 of a length away then is Apparition. 1.5 to Muttabeely, Deal Red. And Get It Hot's back with the luring. And last of all is Blacktastic. And so by the 800 they now stride. And it's Joe Vella who's doing it well on top. Leads the way by 2 lengths. Without Reason's running second, and 1.5 away then is Dalgaranga. The tempo's been very steady all of the way, and in fact Stake is riding along this filly, Joe Vella, as they come off the river side of the course. Around them Apparition, on the fence Mackenzie Brook's about 5th now, and then Deal Red, then Muttabeely, who'd come off the bridle before the home corner, then alluring, and a long way back to Blacktastic and Get It Hot calling it a day. Into the straight, Joe Vella leads, wobbles away from the fence. Apparition Without Reason have quickly collared it. 2 lengths Dalgaranga, Deal Red, Mackenzie Brook stayed close towards the fence. Inside the 200, Without Reason got its head in front of Apparition. Without Reason about 1/2 length. Apparition, who might have come to the end of its run, and Without Reason is starting to draw clear. Does too well and races away to win more than a length. Without Reason from Apparition, and Mackenzie Brook down on the fence has run third. A gap then to Dalgaranga alluring the stable mates. Then the pacemaker Joe Vella, who got pretty tired. They went along at a good gallop there in front. Muttabeely's back there. Get It Hot, Deal Red and Blacktastic. So the favourite Without Reason salutes Troy Turner for the Colin Webster stable. Takes out the Iron Jack handicap number 1. Without Reason, a good job there to stalk up in behind the speedy filly Joe Vella at 1,800 metres. And then have to battle off Apparition. Mackenzie Brook, who drew the inside there and stuck close towards the fence, beaten off there a distant third. But Without Reason, a deserved winner, and salutes for the first time since that maiden victory back in January. A 3-year-old, he's by Dash for Cash and out of Mystical Messenger, a daughter of Blackfriars for Colin Webster, Lynn Webster, PJ Dennison, R. Page, Pass Princey, A. Torrey, and also R.E. Bransby, and trained by Colin Webster here at Ascot. Troy Turner aboard the winner. Second 2, Apparition by My Admiration from Apple Crumble, a 3-year-old gelding, trained by Robin Todd Harvey at Ascot. Jason Brown and Mackenzie Brook by Blackfriars from Mabel Grace, Adam Durant and Chris Parnham. 1 3/4, 1.5 lengths, and the time 1:50.80. They got along at a good gallop, those 3-year-olds there, all the way, 36.59, that concluding 600. So an even money chance there on tote at the finish. $2 and 150, Apparition 140, and Mackenzie Brook weighing in third placing, paying $1.90. Race 7, the Yellow Glen handicap at 5:30. It's over the 1,500 the next this afternoon, and it's a clean slate. No changes to race number 7. Okay, we'll go to Gareth, and he's about to join winning trainer Colin Webster after the victory there, and a good performance as well to drag up those others and still go on and win the race.
Yeah, really good performance from a smart young 3-year-old here in WA, Darren, Without Reason, and Colin Webster. That was a good performance because he was used out of the gate, followed that hot speed and still finished off strongly over the 1,800.
Yes, Gareth, it was. He drew 7 out of 10, and we trapped 3 wide last time, as you know, so we wanted to try and avoid that. And I said to Troy, ride him positive, go forward and see if he can get over, you know, which he did.
Every time I talk to you about this son of Dash for Cash, he puts a smile on your face. You've always had a big opinion of him.
Yes, I have, Gareth, and I think it'll be a while before we really see the best of him because, as you see, he's a great big leggy horse. There's not much of him, but he's tall, but not much else. But he's doing everything right at the moment.
Do you push on now for a Derby campaign with him?
Jared, he's nominated for the Derby just in case that it wasn't a positive move to put him in the Derby, but we did nominate him, and you never know. You know, we'll just see what time takes us and where we go with him.
It's an exciting 3-year-old. Well done, Colin.
Thanks very much, Jared.
There's Colin Webster there. Apparition was good. Brittany back in second. Mackenzie Brook and Alluring back in fourth. 158 at the time, but the winner, isn't he? A big-legged 3-year-old. There's plenty of improvement and development in him, you would imagine, Britt.
Just can't wait to see this horse really fill out into his frame. You can see how leggy he is, how tall he is. If you stood beside him, he appears to be a big horse, but if you look right behind and right in front of him, he's quite narrow. There isn't a lot of him, as Colin just outlined, but you can see the frame certainly there that is going to furnish into a lovely horse in a little bit of time. But at the moment, for what he's doing an amazing job, and still, I think in some ways, still learning how to gallop. We'll catch up with Troy Turner now. Troy, you've been back the last few starts. Today, you elected to be a bit more positive. How do you think he handled that?
Yeah, he handled it well, Britt. He's a bit of a free-rolling horse. He was, as I mentioned earlier, he was caught off the track last start, but he stuck on quite well, so with a good solid tempo suited him today.
Has he still got to learn a little bit how to gallop? When he hit the front, he looked like his legs are just so gangly. Yeah,
definitely. He's still learning. I couldn't see any reason why he wouldn't get any further. He feels like he'd go all day, so young horse, and he's still growing.
There's a nomination for him in the Derby. Colin's still not sure whether he will head that way or not. What do you think at this stage? Do you think that would suit him this time in?
Yeah, I suppose it depends how each run he comes through him, and if he keeps progressing, I can't see why he couldn't be a good chance in it.
Looking forward to the rest of the campaign then. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think he's $21 with Tab Touch without reason, so he might not be a bad bet. Peter answered us at the moment. He's probably...